Up next, we've got the team from BDO. So I might throw to Amashri. Apologies if the pronunciation wasn't very good. I'm shocker for that. But let me add you now. And Lachlan, you as well. There we go.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Sam. So hi, everyone. Yes, my name's Amishri, but Mish is a lot easier. So lovely to be with you all today. Bear with me 2 moments and I will just share our BDO PowerPoint with you. So my name obviously is Mish and I am part of our talent acquisition team here. I'm based in Brisbane, but we do look after the student recruitment for Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne. Or I look after them, and we are obviously integrated firms, so do have graduate and student applications across Australia as well. Is everyone able to see my screen that I've shared? Yep, fantastic. Thanks, Sam. All right, so look, we do have Lachlan on the call today, so I'll just go through really quickly a little bit around BDO for you to learn about us and who we are, and obviously answer any questions that you have. And then I'll swing over to Lachlan to talk about his experiences with BDO and how he came about to join us. So a little bit around BDO. All right, so BDO, we are, as you can see by the stats that are on the screen, we are quite a large global firm. So we have over 1,700 offices across the world, which is always great, gives you lots of opportunities for travel and secondments, and that's over in 167 countries. So we do have a large number, almost 100,000 partners and staff that work with us there. BDO in Australia specifically, obviously you can see the red dots where we are. So we do have 10 offices in Australia, located all around, with almost 2,000 employees. Now these stats are from January. We have since had a number of graduates join our firm in February, so I wouldn't be surprised if we have hit that 2,000 mark. In terms of partners, we do have a large number of partners to staff ratio, which really means that you do get that hands-on opportunity to work really open door with your partners. And Lachlan will definitely be able to speak to that from his experiences as well. So I actually did come through one of our programs as well in our audit team, and I definitely got to experience that. And I think that's such a unique feature for BDO amongst the professional services firm. So there's a lot of professional services. I know it does seem a little bit scary, and when you're trying to get into vocational graduate opportunities, the way that it's taught at uni doesn't always directly translate to business services or tax or audit or understanding what it is. So at BDO, we do have 4 main overarching service lines, which you can see on the screen, hopefully. So we've got business services, advisory, audit, and tax. Now, within each of these divisions, we do have different service lines and different teams. So advisory, for example, you can see on the screen there, that's where we have business restructuring, corporate finance, cyber, forensics, people advisory, risk advisory, a lot of the teams that sit under that advisory umbrella. Likewise with tax as well, we've got corporate tax, indirect tax, which is dealing more with GST, transfer pricing, which is a heavier emphasis on economics and sort of international trade, and then research and development, which is a really exciting area that has a lot to do that outside of that, your general accounting fields as well. And then of course, business services and audit, they do have smaller teams within them as well, more specialties. However, the beauty of BDO, when you join a team like audit, you're not automatically pigeonholed into audit for an industry. You do get the opportunity to work across multiple clients and multiple industries, which really does give you that ability to understand and get your hands around different clients, different industries really early on. And then as you go through your career with us at BDO within audit, for example, you then can pick your specialisation if you wanted to specialise in a certain industry. So here at BDO, we offer a lot of things. Definitely the culture, it is such a great open door culture here at BDO. We really are, as cliche as it sounds, we really are one big family, and that's why I love BDO so much. So as you can see, we do have some dot points just on the screen around what BDO can offer for you. So we do fully support CA, CPA or other eligible postgraduate degrees, depending on the service line that you're in. So for example, for a lot of our tax team members, they do look to do a Masters of Tax or a Masters in Law because that is directly related to the work that they do with us. So we do support that in terms of textbooks, fees, classes and things like that. We do offer employee referral bonuses. So if you start and you've got some friends that are looking to join as well, definitely referral bonuses, ongoing recognition and rewards. We are really of the work hard environment, but you're definitely recognised and rewarded for that. And that definitely links back to our values that we really uphold strongly here at BDO. We'll definitely go into some of the pathways and programs, which is that middle section there in another slide. There are a lot of opportunities for students to come on board. So those of you that might be in your first year on the call, there's definitely pathways and opportunities for you to come on board, as well as your penultimate year and your final year students, which is the recruitment process that we currently have open at the moment. So some of the benefits that you have by being a team member with us here at BDO, we've got some really great leave policies as well, which include volunteering leave, cultural leave, donor day, things like that as well. We're really big on the community care projects and charity projects as well, which is a lot of fun to be a part of and be involved with. As well as obviously mental and physical health and well-being. We offer everything from flu shots to desk massages to personal massages that you can book in. So there's a lot of fun things that happen, and of course our social club, which is the part of networking with one another and really getting to know your colleagues and team members and what becomes your family while you're at BDO. All right, so the student programs, which is obviously a huge part that lots of you would be interested in. So this sort of summarises the different programs that we have and how one position could lead to another, and the progression that you would go through. So currently we are out to market. Our applications for our graduates and vacationers opened on the 14th of February, and they will be closing on the 3rd of April. Now those applications that we have open are currently for our vacation program, so that middle bubble that's on your screen. So students that are in the penultimate year, and also for that second last bubble, the graduate program, so students that are in their final year. So overall, I will speak to all the bubbles that we have, all the programs that we have. So we do offer a undergraduate program for high school leavers. So those that have just finished high school looking to work part-time or full-time while transitioning into uni. That is a program, and the undergraduate university program that we have as well. They are programs that we will be advertising in mid-2022. So those of you on the call that fall into those categories, please do keep BDO in mind at mid-year time if you are looking for some work. The undergraduate program, by working with us for over a year and a half, you actually bypass the whole graduate level, and you're promoted to a level above the graduate because you have done so much undergraduate work with us throughout your university career. Now the undergraduate program does secure you a graduate position as well. Our vacation program is structured so you get a 4 to 10 week vacation placement with a team within BDO, and then from there you can be offered, and hopefully you've enjoyed your time with us, a graduate placement for 2 years' time. If there are any questions around that, please pop them in the chat, and Lachlan and I can answer them as well. All of our information is on our website as well, so I definitely encourage you to jump on our student recruitment website. So some of the things that we look for in our graduates or in our vacationers or any team members really here at BDO is we want you to be yourself. So your whole self of who you are. BDO, like I said before, we are really a family orientated firm. We do have the size in terms of the employee numbers and the client base of quite a large firm, but we love to get to know each of our team members individually. So we want to know about you, your life, obviously your academic knowledge and what you can bring to the table, but also what sets you apart and differentiates you from someone else and what makes you unique. BDO, we are led through innovation here. So we do love to see team members that are coming that are inquisitive in different areas, what else they've been doing during COVID, how they've upskilled themselves and what other things they can bring value add to BDO that can lend itself to innovation. Now, obviously, if you don't have something that you think makes you innovative, it's always that can-do attitude that you can learn those sorts of skills and things at BDO as well. So we are leaders throughout the market. We do look for people who exhibit great commercial acumen as well, communicate and collaborate well. Now, I know from a student point of view, you may feel that you haven't had work experience, and not necessarily an accounting firm, but any other casual or part-time work. And obviously due to the environment of the last 2 years, we do understand that. However, we know that, so we look past it and say, what else have you been doing in those last 2 years? What have you done to work on your skills as well? So look, we're people on the other side of your application. We're always happy to have that conversation with you. And look, the BDO difference, and that's a big part of who we are here, is that you're resilient and you're emotionally intelligent, and what you can bring and add to the table, add to the team, sorry, to help people ultimately achieve their dreams with us at BDO. All right, so look, if you would like to learn more about BDO, I do encourage you to visit our BDO Student Recruitment website. So if you just type into Google BDO Student Recruitment, you can follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to pop them into the chat and we can answer those questions. Otherwise, do email them through to recruitment.australia@bdo.com.au, and we're happy to definitely get back to you as soon as possible on those. For now, I would love to flick over to Lachlan, and Lachlan can share a little bit around his experience as well. So Lachlan, if you'd like to introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started your career with us here at BDO.
Thanks, Mish. I'm currently a graduate in the business service line in BDO Adelaide. The first interaction I had with BDO was at the careers fair in Adelaide, similar to this careers fair. It was in person last year around February. And what really stood out for me personally is the way BDO really sold their community values. You can definitely tell BDO really cares about the community, more so than a lot of the other firms that were, at the fair and trying to persuade graduates to be recruited. After that, I submitted my application to BDO, and it was a really prompt turnaround. Within a few months, my application had been processed. I went through interviews and testing, and then I was taken on board as an undergraduate while I still finished my degree at the end of last year. So during that time, I worked as an undergraduate for about 6 months from June to December, at which time I instantly rolled over to a graduate upon finishing my studies.
Awesome. What did you compare to now, obviously being a graduate, the work that you did as an undergraduate compared to a graduate? How would you compare them and sort of the training that you received?
Yeah, the training's been great. When you first start, you paired up with a buddy. So your buddy might be an accountant with, significant experience in a particular field. They teach you the ropes, everything you need to know as a graduate. My role hasn't really changed a whole lot. I'm still, they kind of chucked me in the deep end when I first started, putting me in roles I almost wouldn't feel comfortable with. But because you have your buddy there to support you, you can work through those tasks, and then it prepares you later on for the more difficult opportunities they provide you.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. And what was something that you learned about BDO while you were an undergrad that you didn't expect, or even as a graduate?
I guess it was really surprising. You go to the career fairs, it's almost like you're being sold something to come join the firm, but it was really surprising to see how active the community is at BDO. For instance, we have breakfast every day together. You get to the office early, they provide breakfast for you, which is amazing. Everyone sits around, has a little bit of chat, socializes before work. It really builds up the team environment so well. I can't overstate it enough.
It does really feel like a family, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
You spend more time with the people that you work with, so they really do become your family more than the people that are your family outside of work.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah, awesome. Look, do you have any words of advice for students that are completing their applications at the moment, or as they're going through the process, or those that have just started any new positions?
Just to reiterate what you were saying during the presentation, be yourself during your application. You might have video application before an interview and then the testing. Really, they just want to see who you are as a person and how well you're going to fit into the community.
Yeah. Absolutely. And look at for the students out there, think of your application as a story that it tells about yourself. So when you complete your application at BDO, we do ask you to complete a few questions, upload your resume and your transcript. Let your resume tell us enough about you, but us wanting to know a little bit more that you've got us intrigued and that we want to invite you to video interview because we can see that you've got some great experience or you've worked on a great volunteering project, that we want to interview you. We want to get to know more about you. So I always tell my students that that ask me for advice is don't tell me absolutely everything, but tell me enough to keep me interested and that I want to hit up a conversation with you as well. All right, so look, there's a couple of questions just in the chat. So if anyone else has any other questions, we can definitely answer for you. So first question was around the graduates to try different teams. So our graduate program, and a second question as well. So our graduate program at BDO, if you are successful in obtaining a graduate position, it is a permanent position and ongoing. It's not just for 12 months or 24 months, which a lot of firms do have. So it is an ongoing position, but that is within the service line that you have applied for. So if you've been successful in obtaining a position within a graduate biz services position, you are within the biz services team. We do offer some rotational programs for our vacationer programs. So that is office dependent. So I definitely encourage you to jump onto our student recruitment website, look at the office that you're interested in, and just read if they've got a rotational vacation program or if it's just within one service line as well. Other question was if we accept students that are in their masters. Yeah, absolutely. So all postgraduate degrees, we definitely consider students. So likewise, if you are currently partway through your postgraduate studies, you're able to apply for your vacation program. So very similar to that of an undergrad to get some experience. If you're in your last year of your masters or other postgraduate qualification, you can absolutely apply for a graduate degree as well. International students accepted to BDO. So yes, we do consider international students, and that is on a case-by-case and location basis as well. So again, please do visit our student recruitment website for more information about that. But yes, we'd love to continue those conversations as well. Question around the application process on cover letters. So no, at BDO you are not required to submit a cover letter. You will be asked a couple of questions about yourself. So we do definitely encourage you to take a little bit of time in preparing those questions. Don't rush to submit your application, and that's just some insights for anyone applying at any firm. Don't quickly try and get out your applications. Do take the time to stop and tailor your applications for the service line that you've applied for and the firms. So tell us and show us that you've researched us a little bit at BDO as well. To apply for graduate and vacation programs at the same time. So no, you are required to, if you graduate within 12 months, then you can apply for our graduate programs, but any more from 12 months to sort of 24 months, then that would be a vacation program as well. Yeah, so look, if you've got some experience in the professional services field as well, and if you're looking to join BDO, if you're studying, you could definitely still apply through our graduate program. Otherwise, if you have finished your university qualifications, then you can definitely apply for some of our lateral positions as well. So if you navigate, just ask Google BDO jobs, you'll definitely see positions that we have available, what we consider experience or lateral roles. So that's anyone that has a year or more work experience in the workforce as well. Lots of great questions coming through. Quickly run through them. Got 2 minutes. So master's degree is 1.5 years. Can you apply for the vacation program? Yes, you definitely can. Just make sure in every application, not just those doing your master's, but even your graduate degrees as well, make sure you include when you're set to graduate. We understand it may change, but put in there June 2023 or December 2023. It just helps us in making sure we're putting the right candidates through. And potentially last question. So if you're beginning work as an undergrad, are there possibilities to move interstate? Yes. So the beauties of being an integrated firm that we are here at BDO is there's definitely opportunities to move within our firm from office to office, whether that be secondment or permanently. It will just depend sort of on the team and where you're looking to go, but certainly that's the beauty of having 10 offices in Australia and many around the world as well. So look, thank you all so very much. If you have any other questions, please feel free to send them through into the chat, and I'll be around, and Lachlan will be around for another 10 or 15 minutes or so. And if you have any questions for Lachlan, please feel free to send them through and to hear about his experiences with BDO. And we wish you all the very best for your graduate applications. And thank you so much, Lachlan.
Thanks, Mish.